Hive is a fast-playing abstract strategy game from designer John Yanni and publisher Smart Zone Games.
In Hive, two players maneuver their pieces around each other in order to capture their opponent's queen, and it plays in only about 15 to 30 minutes. There's two expansions, the Ladybug and the Mosquito, each of which add a unique tile to the game. And both of these expansions are packaged together with the base set in the Carbon and Pocket editions of Hive.
Each player starts Hive with 11 tiles of the same color. The first player places their first tile on the table. The second player then places their first tile flush with the first one. Then each player takes turns either moving one tile or placing one tile on the table. During the first 4 turns, each player's queen bee must be placed.
Any new pieces added to the game have to be connected to at least one other piece and can only be added adjacent to tiles of their same color. Now, all of the pieces in play connected together are called the Hive, and no piece can be removed from it after it's entered play.
Each piece has a unique way of moving, but all pieces are constrained by 2 movement rules. The first one is that you can't move a piece if, by moving it, you would break the hive into 2 or more pieces. The second rule is that a piece cannot be moved out of its current space or into its target space if it is in any way blocked by the tiles around it.
The beetle moves only one space, but it can move around on top of the hive as well as along its edges. This means that it can drop into spaces that are otherwise blocked, and it can also block other pieces by stopping on top of them. A piece with a beetle on top of it can't move, and the color of that stack is changed to the color of the beetle for the purpose of adding new tiles to the game.
The grasshopper jumps over any unbroken straight line of adjacent tiles. Like the beetle, this means that the grasshopper can access spaces which are inaccessible by a lot of other pieces. The grasshopper can't move unless it's jumping.
The spider moves exactly 3 spaces along the edges of pieces that it's in contact with. Spiders can't backtrack, and you also can't use them to go across a gap if it means losing contact with any of the pieces it's touching.
Soldier ants can move to any other accessible point in the hive, though they are restricted by those 2 main movement rules.
The queen can move one single space. The game ends as soon as one player's queen has been entirely surrounded by pieces of any color, and the other player wins.
So Hive is kind of like chess with insects. It's a great game. I like playing it an awful lot. A big pro for this game is the fact that, like chess, all of the pieces have different movement rules. So the strategy is very complex, and what you do and where you move is going to depend on the spaces that are opening up and the insects and the pieces that you have available. It's a really intelligent game in that way. Also, the components are gorgeous. The tiles are really hefty and very, very satisfying to play with, and you're really going to like that. One potential con for this game, which I haven't experienced but some people do, is the fact that the theme can actually be upsetting for some people. Some people just don't like bugs. They find them creepy. So you have to be careful with that. If you have a gaming group and you've got a partner you want to play with, make sure that they're okay with illustrations of insects on their pieces.
Another potential drawback of Hive, as with other abstracts like chess, is that it can be quite prone to analysis paralysis because there is so much strategy and because it is such a purely strategic game. There's no dice here or card shuffling to throw a wrench into the works. It's just your actions, your choices, and your plans against those of your partner. I absolutely love games like that, but they can definitely bog down just a little. Another great thing about Hive that sets it apart from other similar abstracts maybe is how light and portable and accessible it is. This game is quite inexpensive. It's also something that you can toss into a bag and carry around with you when you're traveling. It doesn't need a board. It doesn't need a whole lot of table space to set up, especially if you take the Pocket Edition. So it's really something that you can break out and play all the time, especially given its short length, but it still offers a lot of meaningful decisions, a lot of depth, a lot of serious challenge, and is a really, really nice game for 2 players traveling together or trying to kill some time.